Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Bot. This is Finn. Get yourselves comfortable, get a snack, get a seat, and get ready as we present to you our last brain cells left. How you been, Finn?
I've been good. I'm so glad you remembered the intro because I don't know if I could have done that 2 weeks in a row.
No?
It's too much work.
Is it too much? Like, it's strange.
So much
It does
pressure.
feel like it's like, oh shit, I have to, every time I like go to do it, I have to like stop for a minute and be like, how do I be formal? How do I have structure?
I have to
What
get
do
in
I do?
character.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
what do I do here? Even though I've done it a bunch of times already.
You've done it six times.
Seven?
'Cause
Oh, six.
no,
Yeah, you did
because
it the seventh time.
yeah, I did the last
That
one.
is true. You did do it the seventh time. Well,
Yep.
and now the people can vote which one they prefer. They might like your version better. We don't know.
I hope not.
What, you don't like your version better?
I just don't like. I'm just bad at doing intros and like outros and stuff.
Hate in your heart.
Hate in my heart. Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it do be like that.
But
So
yeah, how have you been?
this week has been interesting. It's been interesting.
Go on.
So I used to be really reserved about talking about this, but honestly, I just can't bring myself to care anymore.
Oh boy.
So, okay.
It's
So
gonna be a
I used to be
multitude of
super
things, I'm
reserved about the
excited.
fact that I have smoked weed
Okay.
in my lifetime. Multiple times, actually. Many,
Sure.
many a times. I used to live in Oregon, and weed is legal in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
So I also lived with two crazy potheads. So I've, kind of done a little bit of everything.
Right. I feel that.
I think the only thing that I've never, the only form of weed that I've never, smoked out of or whatever is a bong.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everything else I think I've done.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So, I've been
Around
a
the
bit
block.
more open about it. Yeah. And also, yeah, around the block, and also a bit more open about it because I just don't care.
You know what? More power to you.
I'm not sitting here condoning you do weed or drugs. I'm not gonna
Right.
tell you do it, but I'm just, I've done it. It's like having a beer, like it's just
Yeah.
you have fun. It's whatever.
I mean, it helps that the perception of it has changed and
Oh, yeah.
developed since we've grown up.
Oh,
You know?
so much. It
It's
used to be
so
much
different from when I
worse
remember being younger.
Yeah, I remember there's actually a really funny Jaden Animations video. I don't remember which one, but she basically says the way that school and your parents kind of talk to you about it is you're in a dark alleyway and suddenly this
Yes.
guy in a trench coat comes up to you and is like, you want some weed? And it's actually
then
just
you
kind of
become
you're
Batman.
you're sitting around a table and your friends are just like, you guys want to do some coke? And it's so much. That's never happened to me. I've never met anybody that has done coke.
Yeah.
But that's
For the record,
so much.
same. I've never done any hard drugs.
Yeah. No, I refuse to. Anything that's addictive or hallucinogenics, nope. Not going anywhere near them.
I feel the same way where it's like
Yeah.
yeah. I just agree wholeheartedly. It's like it's
Yeah.
it feels too daunting for me.
Yeah. So that being said,
Sorry, I threw your flow off.
there's
Hey, my fault, Slime.
it's okay. So there's some fun things that people can learn. I've learned a lot actually about weed and the components that make it up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of need to give a little bit of context.
Yeah, go on. Go off.
Okay, so in the weed, there is two, I believe, main components or whatever.
Right.
It's THC and CBD, also known as, they can also be called indica and sativa. THC is what makes you crazy, that's
Right.
what makes you loopy, makes you whatever, CBD just relaxes you. So that's that. But since in a lot of states here in the United States, the weed is illegal. Not very, but it's illegal. So people have kind of found a workaround around that, and they essentially made I don't exactly know what it is. I would have to do a little bit more research, but I don't want to
I'll
research.
be so
about
honest
drugs.
with you. I don't know. I know people who would
Yeah.
know, but I myself
me
do
too.
not know. You know what? I'll have
Well-
to touch base with them and see. But yeah,
Yeah, so now essentially I think what it is that they've chemicalized THC into this little like oil kind of thing.
Yes.
And then you stick that in a pen, and you have your weed pens or whatever.
Yes.
So there is this new, semi-new, I believe, stuff that they're making that's called, there's Delta H, there's THCP, and there's THCA.
Okay.
I do not know the difference between any of them.
So this is the first time I'm hearing about any of this. I'll be so honest with you.
Yeah. So I believe THCA is the closest thing you'll get to like a real high.
Okay.
But it is bad for, I mean, getting high, smoking is bad for you. But... Right.
Lungs don't like it
typically. This is a little extra bad for you because it is a chemical. You know?
Yeah, because I don't know how big it was when you were in like high school age, but my high school was full of motherfuckers with like vapes and jewels and like stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And
I went to one of my years. I went to high school in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're from Florida, all I have to say is that I went to Killian, and you'll immediately be like, "Oh wow."
Oh, bad.
It wasn't a bad school. Actually, my best year, my junior year of high school in Killian was the best year ever.
Oh, wow.
It's also the year that I got introduced to CBD gummies, but that's beside the point. The point.
Teensy little overlapping fact has no relevance on anything else.
Yeah, whatever.
Absolutely
it has
no
nothing.
relevance.
It doesn't. No, it actually genuinely doesn't. I just met some really cool people there. But yeah, if you're like from the Miami area, and I tell you that I went to Killian, like everyone that I told at the time, they were always like, "Oh, you're going to Killian?" They all had a reaction. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who cares? But yeah, no, almost every day I would walk down this one hallway and it would just reek of weed.
Oh, geez.
Like, it was so dank. And I was just like, this is okay. And at first I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that smell? It smells like skunk. And then somebody, like, one of my friends looked at me like, are you stupid? I'm like, no, I don't know what it is. And they're like, that's weed. I'm like, the marijuana? Because I didn't ever do any of that as a kid.
The wacky tobaccy?
Yeah. Well, my only other experience with it was at a friend's party.
Okay.
It was a goodbye party for someone, and they were hotboxing, which if you don't know what hotboxing is, it's a bunch of people get into a small confined space, smoke a lot of weed, and then keep that confined space closed so that the smoke or whatever is you're still inhaling it. There's very little oxygen, a whole lot of weed.
Yeah. It's literally the meme of like you drive past a car and it's just full of smoke. Like that is literally what that is.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who had a tent in his house like dedicated for hotboxing it. Like literally they just called it like the hot tent.
Yeah. I knew somebody who did that too. But yeah, so at this party I had smelled it and I was like, oh, what is that? And they're like, oh, they're hotboxing, ha ha ha. And I was like, what the hell is hotboxing? And they're like, they're smoking in there. But I thought they're smoking cigarettes. I was like, why the hell would you just sit in a room smoking cigarettes with a bunch of dudes? Like, yeah. And it was just all guys. And I'm like, what are they doing in there?
Yeah, that tracks.
And then it was literally that situation of, I called my mom and I was like, hey mom, come pick me up. They're doing drugs at this party.
Fair enough.
Also I just wasn't a big party person, so I was just like,
I was gonna say I was never even at the parties in the first place, partially because I'm an old man and partially because I'm a fucking loser. So like I never had that scenario. I showed up because I was like, I showed up because I was like, I'm just gonna say goodbye to this guy, and then like I maybe was there for like 4 hours, which is a lot for me. Mm-hmm. Like normally I just stay for like 2, but I think I got there at 6 and I left at 10, and I was just like, this was a party. So I can say I went to a high school party. Wow.
But I only went to one.
I'll be so honest, anyways, I can't.
I can't. So last time, before the last time I had gotten high, it was like a solid 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so, just because we moved to a state where, by the way, weed isn't legal in Tennessee, but THCA, like I said, is the closest thing you're going to get, and that is legal. They're working to make it illegal, but for now, we're good. That's the context I wanted to give. This was all legal.
Yes.
I did nothing illegal. Do not come find me. I was operating within the laws. Don't worry.
Yeah. Correct.
So yeah,
we do not endorse partaking illegally.
No,
because
do
that
not do
just
anything
makes troubles
illegal.
for you and those around you.
Yeah, that won't be fun.
Yeah, it's not recommended generally. Anywho.
Anyway, so I was smoking weed.
What a.
And obviously, also, you guys know this, but I am above the age of 21. I'm 23 years old, so obviously, I wouldn't. I feel like having a fake ID and all that is such a hassle, but whatever. So, I last time was when I lived in Oregon, which was like, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, and then the last time I smoked weed was on election day.
That tracks. That tracks.
So, yeah, on election day, me and my mom hotboxed in her closet.
Wow, with great. Your mother?
Oh yeah, no, she's great. She's so much fun.
Did not know that at all.
No.
If I had any kind of conversation like this with my parents, I don't know what their reaction would be. I'll be so incredibly honest with you. No. So the fact that you partook with your mother is like, that feels insane to me.
After the results came in, well, it was her weed, so. I had to ask her. Obviously,
that makes it even better.
Steal her stuff. No, but so I literally after the results came in, I looked at my mom and I was like, I need to get high today. And she was like, okay, let's go to my closet. Which, by the way, my mom has this like big, it's a huge walk-in closet.
You sent me a picture of it the other day. That sounds weird out of context. So. We were sending pictures the other day, and you sent the picture of your mother's closet to the group.
Yeah, I'll send it to you again so you can throw it up on there. I don't think there's anything there that'll like show names or whatever. But
if not, I'll just put like a. You're giving me a blank check to just put a random closet on the internet. If not, so.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so she has this big giant closet. So we went in there. And actually, one of my favorite Stone stories comes from that. It's I'm quiet when I'm high, like very quiet. I just go dead silent, and my mom does not. She's the opposite. She will yap about everything, and then so she was talking to me, and I don't know. I'm also the kind of person that it's like you'll be talking to me, and as you're talking to me, I can physically feel the words you're saying go into my brain, get forgotten, and disappear.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember a lot of it.
Yeah. Be like that.
But yeah, so we were there, and she had just handed me her pipe, and I don't remember what she was talking about last night, but what I do remember is she looks at me and she goes, I'm a good mom, right? And I had just taken a hit, so I was literally just blowing it out, and I just go, yeah, you're a great mom, as I'm handing her back the pipe.
Oh my! That feels like a scene from Shameless.
Oh yeah, my favorite moment ever. It was so funny.
That is, I wouldn't know how to react. Like I would, honest to God, if I was facing that scenario, I might just straight up like laugh. Not because like.
Oh no, we started laughing.
Okay, good.
It was just really. It was
the
it was
absurdity
so
of that moment is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Like I'm a comedian first, and I love that so much.
Oh yeah, it was. I love telling that story. It's so much fun. So yeah, I don't remember what was going on the other day, but my mom was going out somewhere, and I was like, hey, can I go with you? And while we were out, I told her, like, hey, can we stop by the smoke shop so I can get myself something? And she was like, okay. And that's unusual for me. Like, I don't really ever go out of my way to go buy, like, stuff.
Sure.
And so we walked in, and she came in with me because she knows a lot more about it than I do. And so I got this, like, it's a pen, so it's THCA, so it's that chemical one.
I jokingly refer to them as the Benjamin because I know nothing about them, and I growing up, everyone in my school used to call them the Benjamins. So
yeah, that is very funny. So I get like a hybrid mix. Actually, I can tell you exactly what it is. So it's a hybrid, right? So it's a mixture of indica and sativa.
Okay.
So it's not just one or the other. So that it will make you like not loopy, but like it'll make you whatever fun and also sleepy.
Sure.
And it's lemon cherry gelato flavored.
Oh.
Which, it's okay. I give it like a 6 out of 10. It's
alright,
good. It's not that bad. Yeah. So I got home and I unpacked it and everything, completely forgetting. Mind you, I've never done THCA.
Okay.
This is my first time ever, and with regular weed, you just, you take a hit, and I'm used to taking not a huge hit, but like a sizable one. You know, you inhale for a few seconds. Yeah, you inhale for a few seconds, and then you bring it into your lungs, and then you blow it out.
Sure.
There might be a little bit of coughing, but at this point, I'm used to it, so
Isn't
I don't
there
care.
a thing with certain things where like you're not supposed to bring them into your lungs? Like I don't. Legitimately,
Probably.
like I have no idea how like smoking works. I've never done it before.
That's how like you get it into your system is by bringing it into your lungs.
I have no idea.
I actually don't know either. I don't know that one either
at all.
Oh, I don't know that one either.
Like,
Let us know in the comments.
It's something that I never wanted to try just because I was like, I use my lungs for a lot because I was doing swimming and like band at the time.
Yeah.
And also like now my girlfriend, she has her family has a history of like lung cancer and other lung issues. So it's like, if I can just
you don't really want to
avoid that and just avoid having issues for everyone around me, then I'm cool with living the life I already was anyways. Not that I'm judging it, but I just like, I know nothing about it. So I don't know how any of this shit works.
That's understandable. Yeah. I actually don't know. The way I know it is that you have to bring it into your lungs for it to work.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah.
Someone more informed update us, please.
Oh yeah. So I go to take a hit of this pen, and I take the size hit that I take with normal weed.
Okay.
And that was a mistake.
Oh no.
First of all, I had a coughing fit for about 2 minutes.
Oh,
that was
lovely.
so bad. This has never happened to me. It was so bad I threw up.
Damn.
Not because I was disgusted, and not because I was anything. I literally just coughed so bad that I threw up.
That's insane.
On my floor in my bedroom.
Damn.
And yeah, worst coughing fit. And it was actually and I'm gonna like just a tiny bit serious. I got so scared because I could not breathe. Like not completely. But it was, I kid you not, a breath was this.
Oh, Jesus.
It was just, I kept making that sound. I hated it. It was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you on that one, Chief.
I was ready to run to the kitchen with my little gasps of breath and just like fall to my knees in front of my mom and be like,
God, could you imagine?
Somewhere?
Your poor mother would like freak out.
Well, she knew that I had taken this hit because she heard me coughing.
Sure.
And I went straight to the bathroom because I thought I was going to throw up again. Mm-hmm. And I literally had to, I don't know how I did this because I have anxiety just naturally.
Yeah.
So, and like I have anxiety and I have a panic disorder. So not being able to breathe, not the best situation to be in.
No, definitely not.
I went to the bathroom and I was like white knuckle gripping the edge of my sink.
Oh, God.
And just staring at myself in the mirror going, like trying to get myself to breathe.
Jesus
I was like,
Christ.
I'm like, I'm either going to pass out in the bathroom and die or I'm going to get through this. I don't know how I managed to get the calm to like come in, but my mom came in at some point. She just started rubbing my back and she was like, not laughing necessarily. She didn't start laughing until after I could actually breathe because obviously she was concerned too.
She
like,
that's
came
good.
In and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you not to take a big hit out of it. You're supposed to take small hits since it's so much more chemical. Because I literally just inhaled like maybe 5 seconds worth of chemicals into my lungs. And it completely just knocked out my breathing.
Damn.
And so I had a coughing fit that lasted about 2 minutes. Mind you, it takes me about 10 to 15 to get high.
Sure.
After those 2 minutes were up, I was in another universe. I was gone. I kid you not. So I took that at about, because I texted a friend of mine pretty much immediately because this friend knows more about drugs and weed and stuff than I do. And so I texted my friend almost immediately after my coughing fit. I was like, I just ripped a pen so hard I threw up. And
Damn.
They were like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm in another universe right now. So that, I sent that at about 4:30.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's when or it was like 4:35 or something. So I'm assuming that's when I had hit it, was around 4:30.
Sure.
From about 5 o'clock to 7 p.m., there's zero recollection of what I did. I know I stayed in bed the entire time because I could not. From the second I laid down in bed until about 10 p.m., I did not trust myself to be anything but horizontal.
Hold on a minute. Run that time frame by me one more time.
From 5 p.m. To 7 p.m. I don't know what I did. I found out later that I was texting Fern. I texted you at some point.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Wait. I texted you at some point.
Wait, what did we talk about? Because at no point in any of our
I
conversations...
don't know what we talked about.
In no point in our conversations do I recollect any time where you could have been in a different planet.
Here we go, 7:07. Or no, I texted... When did I text you?
I don't know.
No. This was something else.
Okay.
Hold on.
I am fascinated to know what time specifically this was.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay, wait. We can't just be both be scrolling. We can't just be both scrolling through messages.
Okay. So no, at 7:06 I texted you. Now that I've come down, I can type.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, from 5 to 7, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, the first message was just simply, "Dude."
Yeah. So when I texted you, I was still gone.
Okay.
I was still like,
noted.
But at least I have memory and consciousness.
You were back on planet Earth at that point.
Yeah, I texted Fern, that sweet summer child. Poor Fern got all of it.
Oh, dude. You should see some of my drunk texts. They're real bad.
Oh, poor Fern. I listen, I pride myself on saying mean things about Fern, but I formally apologize to Fern
for
putting them.
That's how you know it's serious if you're formally apologizing.
It wasn't I'm sure it was hilarious. But
for sure.
But I'm so sorry that they had to be the chosen one.
I mean, but it's kind of fitting though that they were the chosen one to bear this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh
yeah.
I don't even know.
So yeah, I've never been that high in my life.
Sounds like it.
Like I said, I was horizontal for most of the night.
Okay.
So it was about 12 o'clock at night
on a Saturday
when I finally. Well, okay, no, at about 9.
On a Saturday.
At about 9, I was like, okay. You really made yourself chuckle with that one, huh?
I did. Because it looped back around. As it looped back around. First the joke didn't work, and then it did.
And then it did.
I swung at the first pitch when I should have swung at the second one.
So I was so at about 9 o'clock at night I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, right now is where I get myself normally when I get high. It's just this level where I know what's happening, I know what's going on around me,
right? But
I'm just having fun,
right?
And I think I told you, I don't remember if it was you or if it was Fern, where I was from 5 to 7 p.m. was a different person. I don't recognize that person. I have no idea who they are.
This is news to me, so it's probably Fern.
Okay, so I probably told Fern. I was a completely different person. I wasn't Finn. I was Fawn. I was.
You were Dolph.
I was Dolph.
The other root of the name.
The other root. So yeah, I wouldn't say that was a mistake because I'm sure it was funny to some people. It was not funny when I was in that coughing fit. Mm-hmm. That was hands down one of the worst experiences of my life. There's only been one other time in my life where I could not breathe to that extent, and I was maybe 8 years old when that happened.
Damn.
So I never want to experience that again. But
yeah,
the very next day I got high again. But yeah, and then the next day I was just like, whatever. I want to. Me and Fern were watching. I don't know what. I think it was just YouTube. Mm-hmm. And Fern was drinking, and I was like, you know what? Let me hit the pen a few times, and I did.
Yeah, you learned your lesson at that point.
A normal high. I did not get
outer space high.
It's not hit on another universe high. Like it was ridiculous. God, that was such a
Oh man,
never again.
Hey, listen, if nothing else, trying to dissuade people from trying things when they're not in a place where they should be.
There you go.
There's a real truth, because it's not all just fun.
Well, the thing I like about getting, as opposed to getting drunk, what I like about getting high is that you don't have a hangover the next day. Like a hangover from being high feels like I just woke up the next day and my mouth was like the Sahara Desert.
Lovely. Makes sense.
And I was very hungry. But I think that was just because I didn't eat the day before. Or not like I didn't eat at all, but it was a while since I ate.
I think that's fair. I mean, for the record, I've only been high 2 times in my entire life, and it was with 2 of my friends who were seasoned veterans at that point. And 2 of us traveled to visit one of the other in a different state, because that's where they were going to. That's where they're going to college. I'm not gonna say where.
Yeah.
But it was a legal state. It was making, again, do everything legally, kids. The only thing I remember of the two times, they're 2 vastly different experiences, right? Where the first time I don't remember. I remember like the panic feeling starting to come on.
Yeah.
But then me being like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. Like I caught myself and I caught the panic and I was able to like relax myself from panicking, which is good. I've been told is a good thing, because I've heard stories, people being like, oh, you're going to freak out or panic the first time. It's like, okay, well, I know that this is a thing. And then because I know it's a thing, I know I can avoid it, I guess was my mentality. And I somehow did.
Yeah.
But like what I thought happened was I thought I took a nap. What I actually did was sat lying on my cot just in this basement staring at the ceiling for about 30 minutes. So it felt like a 10-minute nap to me, was me just bug-eyed staring at the ceiling for 30 minutes. And that's where my friend started calling me Bug Eyes, because oh no, it was not Bug Eyes, it was Lizard Eyes. It's because they said I looked like a gecko.
That is very funny.
Was the exact quote. Yeah, and later that they also... because the plan for that was to leave and then go to like a bar or 2 that were in the area. And I don't like bars. I've never been to bars, and this just kind of like confirmed that I don't like going to bars, right? This was the one where I don't remember what it was, but we were just kind of like standing around like on a dance floor, just kind of like all of a sudden I was just like standing there talking to my buddies. And then we left and went to another one that was like a barcade. Like the downstairs was an arcade, but the upstairs was like a bar dance floor kind of thing. So I just played pinball for 2.5 hours and just like drank whatever drinks they were giving me, right? But the whole point of the start of the story was, by the time we left to like go to the bar, I was still way too high to be leaving that house and going anywhere. So I was brought back into public when I was not fully off the ride yet. And so all that I really remember was getting in my buddy's car, arriving at a Mexican restaurant, getting a quesadilla. And this is how I know this quesadilla was bad, because I was high and that quesadilla still tasted like ass. Like, that's how I know that shit sucked, right? And I love cheese. Ask any motherfucker. I love cheese. Don't know why I'm so adamant and proud about that one, but it's a true fact.
What's your favorite cheese?
Pepper Jack's good. I also like Munster's very good for pairing. Munster makes any grilled cheese like take it to the next level, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Other than that, Pepper Jack's really good on like a turkey sandwich, and you can never go wrong with like a good like Colby Jack blend for.
I love Colby Jack.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Colby Jack is my favorite.
Wasn't kidding. I have real opinions on cheeses.
Yeah, I love. Okay, so probably my favorites are Colby Jack, feta.
Feta's hit or miss for me, but I respect it.
Feta's good, and then I really love provolone, just because like it's a simple,
Provolone's also solid.
Put it on a sandwich.
But being from New Jersey, anywhere provolone could be usually would be taken over by mozzarella.
Gotcha.
You know, but that's an inherently me thing, I think, and I can recognize that. But anywho, to cap this whole story, of then. like, and the only reason I remember this quesadilla was that I remember eating something that didn't taste good, and then the next morning there was half of a quesadilla left in my friend's car.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I guess that was mine. But after the barcade thing where I just played pinball for like 3 hours until they shut the bar, like until they closed the bar, right? It was such a weird like because it was like split into like two groups, right? It was me and two of my buddies. We got an Uber and went back to my friend's house, right? And then my friend who lived and went to college there, he got a ride home with a bunch of his other buddies and whatnot, right? And with the group that was driving him home was like the girl that was coming to like pick them up. She was like a grade above them, like one of their friends or whatever. But someone else who was at the bar like hit on her, and like she was just not interested, just failed miserably, whatever. And so they are like, this happens like near the entrance, right? They walk us to the left corner, like, because it was like on like a corner of a street. They walk us to the left corner, like to the corner to the left of the bar. That's where we get picked up by our Uber. So the three of us get in the Uber. We have this Uber ride, the most wholesome thing ever. This lady, she was talking to us about how like she has like a litter of like husky puppies that like her family breeds and they like take care of, and it's this whole thing, and like a portion of the money goes to this charity, and it's this most amazing, adorable, wholesome story about like this woman like turning her life around and like making a nice like wonderful charity thing. And it was such a wholesome and amazing experience. Like I still think about that Uber drive. Like, it's probably the best Uber trip I've ever had, just because of how friendly and how wholesome everything was, right?
Yeah.
And then like camera cut to the other group of people who were they were just going to their car, but to get back to where their car had parked, they had to walk back like in front of where the bar was. And in that walk back, a group who was with the guy that struck out just jumped them. And so now there's like a multi-person just like mini brawl happening in front of this bar. And so they get jumped. They're having a fight. And my friend said that he was thrown across the street by the largest man he's ever seen in his entire life, who was the bouncer. And like just kind of like literally like physically split everyone up just because he was so much bigger than everyone. He was just like, fucking, you go there, you like literally like that's picking crazy. Up toddlers and separating them. Yeah. And so we end up getting back to his house like 40 minutes before he does. Right, so we're just like and chilling, like waiting for him to come home, and then after he gets back, he was like, "So I think I saw a dead body," and we're like, "What the fuck?" So apparently, they drove into traffic because there was like an insane like car accident that happened, and so he said like, "Yeah, like the ambulance and like none of the police cars were like the accident like just happened, so we had to like just drive past it, and like I'm pretty sure there was a dead guy in that car." And we're like, what the fuck? We were talking about puppies with this lady.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? Yeah. And that was the last time I've ever been to a bar. That was the first time I was ever high and the last time I ever went to a bar.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. And then the second time I was ever high, I purchased, played, and beat all of Super Mario 3D Land. Never owned that game before that night. Woke up the next morning with the game beaten.
That is so funny.
Also, a few extra shinies in my Pokemon Legends Arceus ranch.
So you got high and then just locked in.
Yeah, so those are literally, that's my two experiences with it.
That is so funny.
What I love about that is those two experiences happened in the same place with the same people, by the way. Completely different. Completely and entirely different. Yeah. You know? And it's like, I had been around like both like weed and not even weed, but just like I mentioned before, like vapes and jewels and stuff like that. Like those were rampant in my high school and my hometown. Like going to the like county fair and like you're following the scent of what you think is cotton candy. You just turn the corner and it's fucking Chet with his cloud of lies. You know,
Chet with his cloud of lies.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that was a real experience. Like, I was like, oh, it's like this cotton candy over here, guys. Let's get you know, like so like I once saw someone because during COVID, one of the big things that we would do because my neighborhood where I grew up, there was like woods behind our houses. And so we knew like the walking paths where like I could leave my house, walk into the woods, and end up at my friend's house, right? Mm-hmm. That day before, one of them had gone out and got this bottle of tequila because it was like a skull bottle, and he was like, "Oh no, I like it. It looks cool." And I'm gonna say it right now, it sucked. It was such bad tequila. I don't think I liked tequila to begin with, but it was bad tequila. And because homie bought the bottle, he was like, "Well, I gotta finish it off." And I'm like, "No one's saying you have to," but he did. And then he was also crossfaded. So I watched that man. That's the night he went to the. We say he went to the Shadow Realm because he was just gone. Like legit, I shit you not. This man was drinking water and then a minute later throwing up the water he just drank.
Oh no!
Like yeah, he. I'm telling you, he was in the Shadow Realm.
Dude, even his body was like, I don't want this crap.
Brother was in the soup. Dude was like, hey man, anything coming in needs to go back out. Like it did not pass inspection. Customs is fucking closed. Go back where you came from. I don't want you. Like literally, like awful. It was Oh yeah. It was brutal. It was brutal. But yeah. So I've been around it plenty is the moral of the story, and I've seen it a bunch. Yeah. But never. And what's fucked up, and you made me think about it, where you're saying like you don't really get hungover from being high. Funny thing about that is I don't really get hungover when I drink. To the infuriating point of my friends where it like pisses them off, because I have very strong Ukrainian and Polish genes. So
I was gonna say
I handle alcohol very well, and a decent amount of my friends do not handle alcohol as well as I do, but they sometimes will still try. And I always tell them, hey, don't go band for band with me because it's not going to go well for you. And it usually doesn't. But what pisses them off is that we'll have these insane amounts of alcohol, and then I'll wake up the next morning and I'm just like, fine.
So what's
and my friends are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, well, do you want that in chronological or alphabetical order? I don't know. I just fucking handle my liquor, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
It's the genes.
You know?
Yeah. I think the only time I got hungover was at this like cast party thing I went to after a show. And we went to this restaurant, and I don't know, I had like 4 drinks, I think.
Sure.
And I ended up singing Baby by Justin Bieber. I have a video of it. It's on my Instagram. It's great.
There is a lot of
because it was a karaoke party.
Oh yeah.
So
there's a non-zero chance a party will turn into a karaoke party if because my friends, we always start the night with a bottle of soju. We do that thing where, I don't know if you've ever done this with soju before, where you like, because you know how it has the like the cap has the like the little like ring around it that like holds it to the rest of the bottle.
Yeah.
For that, like it kind of like half tears but only stays attached by one point for soju bottles. So what you do is you like twist it around like once or twice, and then you do like the flick game, you know, like where you like flick like a tab off of like a soda can or something.
Yes.
You do that, but with the like little metal bit stuck to like the soju cap, and whoever flicks it off has to do a shot before everyone, and then we all do a shot of soju, and that's how we start our night. That's like the one tradition that we have, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's cool.
And because of that, non-zero chance it's going to turn into a karaoke night. Because I have a friend of mine who in college, whenever they took a shower, they would always sing Dame Dame from like the Yakuza series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to the point where Luke actually tells the story of how he was in a Zoom class, because this was like in the COVID years. Because his room was next to where the shower was in their college like dorm, like senior living, whatever thing, right? And so the roommate, our buddy, was singing in the shower so loud to the point where someone on the Zoom call was like, "Is there someone singing in the background?" And Luke was like, "Oh yeah, that's my roommate. They're in the shower right now."
That's so funny.
But I have a video of them drunkenly singing the song, and they know every fucking word, sober or not. It's kind of impressive, to be honest with you, but
that is impressive because that song is in Japanese, right?
Mostly, I think it's like 80% Japanese.
Oh, okay.
I don't fully know because I don't know the lyrics, to be perfectly honest. And I haven't played the Yakuza series, even though I definitely should play the Yakuza series.
I want to play the Yakuza series.
It looks so much fun.
I know.
It looks so much fun, but it's just such a big time commitment.
Yeah, my friend was playing it, and I was like, I want to play that.
I have several friends who will attest to its quality as a franchise.
Yeah.
So that's basically the moral of the story, is that anytime that we drink within this group, it's non-zero chance it could become a karaoke night to some degree. So.
But that's fun, though.
No, it's a lot of fun.
My favorite, or my worst high was I was doing this play when I was living in Oregon, and the director sucked. We hated him. Me and my mom hated him.
Lovely.
And we, my dad's coworker, I guess, had seen that my dad was like stressed or whatever, and so she gave him like these edibles, and I already am like hesitant to take edibles because my high with edibles, it's never fun for me.
Right.
I have a very distant memory of taking an edible and then at some point watching, I think King Kong versus Godzilla, maybe.
Oh,
and then
there was like a
King Kong Godzilla
movie.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it, and then I watched it years later, and I was like, I've seen this before. Oh. So
the memories came flooding back.
Yeah, so I don't trust edibles. I don't like edibles. But anyways, my mom offered me one of these edibles, and she was like, just take half of it, and like it won't do anything. You're fine.
Sure.
And I was like, okay. And so she was like, take half of it before we go to rehearsal. So I had to, be in like a mind space where I'm actually thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom just gave me drugs. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll be fine. I took half of it. It's not going to do anything. It's fine.
Right.
And so we get there. 20 minutes later, it hits. And it hits. So
yeah, everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds
I
about
felt
right.
it. I was just sitting there, and suddenly the entire world just went. I was like,
oh no, like the Matrix.
Yeah, literally. And so I was just sitting there, and I look at my mom, and she tells me nowadays that she didn't say it at the time, but that I looked at her, and she immediately thought, "Oh crap!" But, like, sugar honey iced tea, like
it's literally like
crap.
like a cartoon.
Yeah, literally.
Oh no.
And so I look at her and somehow form the sentence, I need to go to the bathroom, or I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the bathroom, and I kid you not, I do not know how long I was in there.
Oh boy.
How long did it feel? I was scrolling TikTok. It felt like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I was scrolling TikTok. I think I watched the same TikTok just over and over because my brain forgot how to scroll.
Non-zero chance, that's true.
And then, but so it felt like 5 minutes, right? I was in there long enough to get a text from my mom that said, "Are you okay?"
Oh no.
So
oh no.
I don't know how long I was in there. I have not, to this day, I have not asked my mom how long I was in that bathroom.
You should ask, actually. You should like write down a guess. Like write on like a piece of paper, like write down a guess of how long you think you were, and then ask your mom to see if she remembers. My
best bet is like 30 minutes, maybe. Because the rehearsal itself was like 2 hours, I think. So maybe I think I was in there for like 30 minutes. Because by the time I got out, it was like, or left. Because I like texted my mom and I'm like, yes. And then I said, I'm going to be outside. I need the air.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sat outside in Oregon, and it was like, it wasn't summer. It was like starting to be fall. So it was like decently cold. Right. But I just sat out there. And then my mom came out eventually when rehearsal was over. And like people were asking me like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I got sick and I needed air.
I mean, fair. This is fair enough cover, I think, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's good enough. They probably knew, but whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on. In the bathroom that one time.
Oh, man. How do we get down this road?
In Oregon.
Uh-oh.
In Oreos. Oh, my God.
What?
I misspelled Oregon.
Wait, what'd you say about Oreos?
So I just texted my mom. I said, hey, do you remember how long I was in the bathroom that one time we took those edibles before rehearsal in Oregon?
Mm-hmm.
But I misspelled Oregon, and it put So instead I put, hey, do you remember how long I was in the bathroom that one time we took those edibles before rehearsal and Oreos? I edited it. I fixed it, but that is very funny.
No, I think it's funnier that way. Absolutely.
In Oreos.
Yeah, you remember that one time?
So yeah, that was probably my worst high.
Yeah, you know, idea. That's fair. I think that's fair. No notes, Your Honor.
No notes. Anyways, what else have you been up to this week?
Oh God, I mean, it's really just gonna be this week is big. So for context, right? To peel back the curtain a little bit, we're gonna be doubling up on recordings today because I'm gonna be fucking off to South Carolina for about like week and a half or so, week and some change. So I'm right fucking everything up. Which is just, I'm pretty sure this is like, it's actually, thinking about it, it's coming up on like a year since you and I started becoming like friends. Because when like you and I started like talking more, I was in South Carolina and I just like threw your streams on while I was just like sitting around, you know, hanging out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting that it's coming up on like, has it only been like a single year? It's weird. It feels like it's been longer than a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's only been like a year coming up.
Yeah, I know. It does feel like it's been longer than a year.
Which I take that as a good thing. You know?
Yeah. No, I don't mean that as a bad thing.
Same.
I mean that 100% as a good thing.
It's just crazy to think about, you know?
Mm-hmm. It is very crazy to think about.
But so this week is pretty much just prepped for traveling and going to that. I will say one gaming thing that I did start doing. Once again, shout out to Vermont Spider because he's the reason that kind of spurred this on. He talked about playing Jedi Fallen Order, but on like the hardest difficulty because he had done that and was talking about how it was like this big like insane challenge. And so I was like, I platinumed that game. I had a lot of fun with that game. I bet I can do it. And so I just one night just started doing it, like on a Discord call with him and a few other people. And I'm like over halfway through that game within like the 2 sittings of doing it. It's definitely different. It definitely is harder, but it's not hard to the point where I can't do it, you know? And like for anyone who's played that game, have you played that game? I don't remember.
Fallen Order.
The first one. Yeah. No, you have because we were talking about Darth Vader. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So remember when you get like captured by the bounty hunters and then you get taken to like that whatever like alien prison and then you like fight in like Sork Tormo's like betting ring or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Where he like kidnaps you and like takes your lightsaber and like, takes BD1 and you break out and then you fight in this pit and the Mantis like comes in, crashes and saves you. He had been talking about that fight like it was Vietnam. Because from he said that was the hardest fight in the entire game, that he struggled to get through it, and that like the Y-Shock and Jotaz at the end of it, or near the end of it, because after that you fight the bounty hunter that like sent you there. He said that was like the hardest fight in the entire game because he had to get through all of the enemies that were before that, and then you had to do that too. So it just beat his ass mercilessly.
That is funny.
So he was like,
did you get through it like first try?
Not the first try, but I did the third try.
Damn.
Because
that's crazy.
It is a lot of enemies and it is a challenge, but it's one of those things. Because my biggest thing with that game and with any game that's kind of like it, same with like Ghost of Tsushima and like Souls-likes, whereas if you just fight patiently, you'll be fine. Yeah. So my biggest thing was just fighting patiently and finding the parry timing window because it is very thin. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a thin margin for the parry timing on the hardest difficulty. But after a while, you started to like get a feel for it, and you start to get a feel for even if I don't get the parry, I'm still like blocking. So I'm finding it's like I'm blocking slightly early, which is good because if I'm blocking slightly late, then I'm just getting hit. So I'm thankfully not doing that. But it definitely has been a bit of a challenge, but nothing so bad where it's like, I can't do this. To the point where I'm like, Because I'm not going to beat the game tonight. Like, I just can't. Like, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. There's no way in hell I'm beating the rest of the entire game by tonight with everything else that I got to do and take care of. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
My thought was, this is a good challenge. This is a solid thing, you know? Maybe I can just, like, stream it when I get back.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So I'm thinking, like, when I get back from vacation, which by the time both of these episodes air, it'll be after the Friday of next episode. So after next episode, I guess I'll be on the lookout for whenever that happens. Which feels weird to say, like we're talking so far into the future. Do you have any messages you want to give yourself in the future whenever these come out?
No.
You know, fair enough.
Don't ever take a hit that big again.
You know,
take your meds.
Ooh,
you know what?
yeah,
that's a good message.
That's a good message.
Take your meds today.
Yeah.
Because I know you didn't. I took my meds right before we started recording this episode.
Okay.
Because I forgot it was Monday, so I had to take my vitamin D, which, if you don't know about that, go watch, I don't know what episode.
Okay, one of the previous ones, yeah.
One of the previous ones. My vitamin D is stupidly low, so I've been taking vitamin D supplements once a week. So I took my vitamin D, and then I took my...
Just like tentatively,
I feel no difference.
Oh, okay. Well,
like, my mom, like, she wasn't there when I got told about my vitamin D, but I told her about it. And I told her that I had to get supplements. And she was like, when I started taking them, she was just like, oh, how does it feel? And I'm like, nothing. Like, I feel no difference. It's like, it's supposed to help you with, like, your energy. And, like, I don't know, like, I have felt the same amount of energy. In fact, quite the opposite. I sleep better now than I did before I started taking them.
Damn.
I've been sleeping. So normally I'll fall asleep around like, and I'm not saying that it's bad sleep, right? But I normally fall asleep at around like 9 p.m. maybe, or maybe like 11, and wake up at like 8 in the morning. So I get my 8 hours of sleep. I'm good.
Right.
But lately, like last night, I fell asleep at 10 and I woke up at 10 today.
Wow.
Uninterrupted. Like, the only time that it's interrupted is when my cat needs to get out of the room. But completely uninterrupted. Other than that, slept through, and we were good. So, I'm sleeping better, which is weird because that's supposed to give you more energy. So you would think... Right. Not that I would be sleeping bad, but that I wouldn't be going to sleep this early.
Right. It's not the effect that you expected. Yeah. Which, I mean... Yeah. Which the best part about us talking about this is that... I know my cousin will listen to this as he's like doing like work and chores and whatnot. So hey, pay attention, cousin. We need your pharmacist expertise, because he is, by the way, a legit pharmacist. Like, yeah. So he actually knows about this stuff. So which it's so crazy. Like, imagine, like, I just want to summarize this, by the way, just because I've brought this up. My cousin, like, imagine me. But like, smart. Is that the guy that you sent the picture? Yes, of? I'll put the picture up again because I got his permission to use this picture. Cool. So that guy, right? Imagine just me, but like, has his fucking head on straight. Crazy. Right? It's a little bit alarming when the two of us talk. Like, we are really damn similar, and we have a lot of the same like humor and whatnot. But it's very clear that one of us is smart and one of us is not. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He is clearly the studied one, and I am clearly the dropout. Like, it is. Yeah. It's pretty apparent. I always get a good kick out of that. You know. Fuck. What was I talking about? Any of my cousins. I am the smart cousin. I don't know. I'm the weird cousin. And you know that if I'm the smart cousin, how my cousins are screwed. Like, I'm the cousin that actually went to college. Wow. Like, even my well, I don't know about my younger brother. He actually probably is the actual smart cousin. Damn. But my older brother, he didn't go to college. He went straight into just the workforce. Gotcha. Which there's nothing wrong with that at all. Several of my family did that as well. Whether you want to do, he's like a manager now. Like, he's doing fine. Oh yeah, good for him.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just different paths, I guess.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks.
All of my other cousins went to college for like 2 days and then dropped out.
I lasted a year at least.
One of my cousins got pregnant in college.
Oh damn!
Like, yeah.
Well, shit.
Then the guy left her.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
That's why my brother's last name is different than mine.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, pretty much. It was several years before it was 13 years before I was born, actually. Which is so crazy. Like every time I say that math out loud.
Right.
You know, I'm like, oh fuck. There's a lot of time between my brother existing and me existing. Like shit.
Well, it's something that, because we were talking about random stories. It was me, my mom, and my little brother went out to Waffle House, and we were talking about random stories. And my brother always goes, "Was I born yet?" And we're like, "Nope." And he's like, "Oh." He's like, "It feels so weird because I feel like there's like all this time where it was just you guys being me, my brother, and my little sister, where it was like it's just you guys, and then I'm just not there." And I'm like, "Yeah, crazy, huh?"
You're like, one of these days you look at him and be like, "I miss it."
I miss it.
Just see how he reacts. I think that would be a good like left turn to take one of these days. You know?
No, I take so many left turns that he's just used to it. He's more. The other day I was like, nothing even changed. I was just like, I don't know, having a good day, I guess.
Sure.
And he looked at me and he goes, "Why are you being nice?" I was like, okay.
That's such a real sibling thing to say. Oh
like,
my
"Why are
god.
You being nice? You're being nice today. Stop it." I was like, all right. Slap him across the face, call it a day. I didn't do that.
Just kick him in the balls and spit in his face. Like, there you go. Is that better?
There you go. Right.
That is such a sibling thing to say.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like doing that thing because now I have the power to do it since I'm the older sibling. I walk into his room, leave his door open, turn the light on, and then leave. 0 words said.
You need to like dab on him next time you do it just to see the reaction. No. Just throw a little dab.
He'd probably just be like, "Did you just dab?"
Yeah, but you can't say anything. You have to have a straight face. You cannot crack at all. Like,
no, yeah.
You got to have that shit on lock. Oh
yeah, I find it funny because then it'll be like he'll just like yell after me. He'll be like, "Hello," I'm just like walking away.
What you should do is you should like sprint to your room and then just like sit down on your desk and like if he comes in, just act like you never got up. Like, "Hey, what's up?"
What's up?
Like
the other day. He likes to cook and he made deep fried Oreos the other day. They were really good.
Oh shit.
But he was trying these other things, and so I was outside because I had to help my dad with something, and
you smelled the Oreos and floated into the room like it was a cartoon pie?
No. Oh. I wish. No, I was too lazy to make the walk from where I was through the front door, down the hallway, and into my room. So my immediate, thought was, my window's unlocked. I'm going to climb into my room through the window. And I did.
Wait.
But I forgot.
Hold on.
What?
Sorry, it just clicked with me. You were like, "I must climb through the window."
Yes, I climbed through my window.
Okay.
I broke into my own room.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. But I have on my door and my bathroom door, I have baby locks because I don't want my cat, while I'm at work, I don't want my cat getting in and then chewing up all my wires.
Right.
And then I have one on the bathroom because Apollo, my cat, will open the door, and then Chucky, my brother's cat, loves toilet paper. So he'll rip it to shreds.
Gotcha.
So I have a baby lock on my door, and I have a baby lock on the bathroom door.
Fair.
So I climbed in through my window, and then like 30 minutes later, my brother comes and knocks on my door, and he's like, "Open your door so that you can try these Oreos I just made." And I was like, "Okay." And so I walk up to my door, and I see that it's unlocked. I'm like, "It's unlocked." And I go to open it, and turns out the baby lock was in place, so I couldn't open the door. So... And then I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "The baby lock's in place. Can you put it down?" And then he puts it down like an idiot. I just, like, he opens the door, and I just stare at him, and he's like, what? And I'm like, you just missed out on a golden opportunity to leave me locked in my room, forcing me to climb back out my window.
Again.
Come in the house and undo the baby lock. I'm like, you missed a golden opportunity. You threw it away. And he was like, oh, dang it. And I was like, you absolute
buffoon.
Idiot. Yep. That's like one of the few rules my mom has in the house. We can't call each other stupid, and we can't say shut up. I don't know why.
My mom has similar things when we were growing up.
Dude, I can call my brother an effing dumbass, and my mom will say nothing. But if I call him stupid, she's like, hey! I'm like, what the... Really?
Yeah. No, see, my brother and I have leveled up to creative insults, where at one point, my old haircut, I was like freshly shampooed and conditioned, so I was frizzy as all shit. So he just took a picture of me and then put it side by side with like the Jack Nicholson Joker, where he had like that weird beret on.
Oh God.
And so he showed me this picture, and I was like, man, fuck you. Because it was like really accurate, like the way my hair looked and the way that the hat was like sitting on the side of his head. And then
it was really
I think I mentioned this to you before, but at one point he made a joke, and I said that his nightmares are plant-based.
Because... you told me about that.
Yeah, like we've just like leveled up to weird insults. Say what?
Yeah, I was gonna say weirdest insult ever, but like it worked, I guess.
I feel like I don't know. There's definitely some weird ones. I don't know. I like creative insults because I really enjoy like a good like roast humor. Mm-hmm. I find it good, but that's because like, you know, growing up like kind of on the outside and like the fringe of everything, it's either like get made fun of or like make fun of yourself, and then just become okay with it, and that's kind of the route that I took. Like the favorite thing I ever heard was someone once said I'm built like a bag of milk, and that has stuck with me for my entire life, and I love it. I think it's fucking hilarious, and I feel like I've definitely told you this before. But I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before. My like number one rule. You can say whatever like mean joke you want about me, but expect that one, I'm gonna make a joke back because that's just how my brain works. And two, if it's funny, you get a pass. Like if you're creative and the joke is funny, then I won't be upset. But if you're just like being like a jerk and it's not funny, then you just failed, and also people are judging you now. But if it's funny, I'll be like, fuck yeah, like own that. You get a pass for that. That's good. Well done. Well done. Like one of my buddies in college, actually, I think this was Spider. No, it was Spider. Where I said people use your fingers to get shit out from between their teeth because he's a very thin man. So you're like rail thin man. And he said something to the effect of when you sit down, you go,
What?
Yeah, like the Womps from Mario.
Yeah.
That one was a good one. And so I really like that one. But like shit, like I love shit like that, you know?
Yeah. So my family, the way that we like joke around is we'll just like bother each other, like I don't know, like say whatever about each other, and or like we'll do things that like some people will be like, why? Like that's just mean. Why would you do that?
Right.
And it's like, no, this is how I show love, and this translates into my friends too. If I start bullying you, it means that I care about you.
Right.
So the other day, anytime we fall, we laugh at each other.
Yes. Correct.
Because if you can, you know, there's something about like being able to just laugh at yourself because it's like, oh my God, I just did something so stupid. This is hilarious.
100% agree. Could not agree more.
So the other day, my mom, she was working outside and I don't know, it was really hot, and it's been really hot in Tennessee.
Yes, it has. Can confirm.
Yeah. She was starting to walk back into the house, and we have these little steps, and the floor to the thing like coming back into the house is literally just like these little rocks that are like in the ground or whatever. And so she fell, like she missed the step because she was like low-key having like heat exhaustion. And she fell on the floor, and she like scraped her hands, like peeled like the palm of her hand, like it was really bad, and then her thumb was all like it was really bad. I had to play doctor for a second, but I was in call with a bunch of people, and I come back and I was like, sorry guys, and it had been like a good 20-30 minutes. I come back in and I'm like, sorry guys, I just had to play doctor with my mom, but she's okay, she's on the floor though. And I hear my mom outside my room start cracking up. And like part of my friend, like the call goes kind of quiet. And I think one person went, oh. And I'm like, no. She's on the floor inside. She's not, I didn't just leave her outside. I'm like, she's okay. She wants to be on the floor. So,
oh my God.
So it was really funny. And
That's
I'll
hilarious.
say something like, I'll say something like, oh, my mom did this to me today. And I'll be like laughing my ass off. And then my friends are just sitting there quietly like, that's not okay. And I'm like, no, this is normal for her.
Yeah, this is normal.
She embarrasses me.
Yeah.
Like every turn she can get. Like the one time she messed up my order She said the wrong thing.
Wow.
At the Wendy's drive-thru. And I told her, I was like, I didn't want that one. I wanted the Baconator. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And so, or no, she said, no, oh, okay, I'll let them know at the window. And I was like, okay.
Getting choked up about
and
this?
Then,
is this an emotional story?
No, dude, I keep burping again. And so
what do you mean?
I don't know. We make it up to the window, and my mom looks at me, and then looks at the lady, and the second she looked at me, I was like, oh fudge. And so she looks at this lady, and she was like, ma'am, and my mom's an actress, so this was convincing. She puts on the crying face, and she goes, ma'am, my daughter just slapped me and told me that I needed to get the order right. So she wants a Baconator, large with the Coke, please. And I was like, oh my God, Mom. I'm like, you're gonna get the cops called on me. And I like lean over. I never talk to the drive-thru people because I'm just shy. I lean over and I'm like, that's not true. That didn't happen. And my mom was like, she doesn't want you to know. I'm like, no, please. And this poor lady was so concerned that I had committed like elder abuse.
Oh my God.
Like, no, I swear.
Oh,
that's
like,
so
I'm funny.
Kill you. I hate you so much.
Fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Yeah, so
oh God. I hate to say it, but that's gonna be me as a parent. I'm gonna do shit like that. I can already tell.
It's gonna be me as an aunt.
Oh my God.
I can feel it.
That's fucking
like, I'm not gonna be a parent. I don't want kids. But like my older brother and his fiance want kids real bad. Like they're gonna try literally the second they're married.
Oh God.
And I was just like, oh God, I'm gonna be that aunt. Where it's like, hey, can you fix my order, ma'am? I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
It was so funny though. Or it's like this one time like my brother was making fun of her. I have so many stories about my mom. That my brother was making fun of her and he was sitting in the front seat of the car. And she always like asks herself, when she moves too quick, we flinch. We were never beat as children. Right. My mom is like, she spanked us, but
sure,
she stopped doing that. Like now she's a firm believer that spanking doesn't do anything. Lo and behold, would you be surprised if I say that I was the kid that got spanked the most? It's not very surprising, but yeah, so I got spanked the most.
It's like, it really, I was like, yeah, no.
You're just like, no, not really. It's just kind of, yeah.
So yeah, whenever, like, judgmental about it.
No, it's just like, yeah, no, it's just, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Based on everything that's happened.
Oh yeah, based on just knowing me.
Yeah.
So every time she moves too quick, we flinch. And mind you, so I'm 23, right? And it would make sense when my 13-year-old brother did it because he's a kid, whatever. She doesn't spank him, but like he's a kid.
Right.
But I'm 23. My brother my brother.
My brother.
Sorry. I got southern for a second. My brother is
my brother.
He is 26. And we still flinch whenever my mom moves too fast.
Sure.
And the reason why is because whenever we would sit in the front seat, she only did this one time. She did it to my older brother. He was like making fun of her, and her first reaction as she was driving was to karate chop his neck.
What? Beverly Hill Ninja? What the fuck?
He just started like choking on his own Adam's apple or whatever. And he was just like, as he was choking, he's like, why would you do that? And so now my mom says that whenever she does something to my older brother, he has the "but you're the mom" face, where it's like, why did you do that? You're the mom. And it's so funny.
That's so funny. Oh god, that is hilarious.
But yeah, it was really, really funny.
Oh, good God almighty. That's so good, actually.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like I tell that story and my mom and my friends are like, that's not okay. I'm like, no, it's hilarious. You're right. It's not okay, but it's really funny.
It's really fucking funny.
It's really, really funny.
Oh my god. I love that, for the record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well, it
my
was
God.
this other time. This wasn't even a revenge thing. This was just a punishment.
Sure.
My brother went to a party with a bunch of people at the school that my mom worked at, that we went to, too. And she drops him off. And by the time they made it home, like back to our house, my mom was getting a call from her students saying, hey, you got to come pick up my brother's name. He's wasted.
Oh no. Oh,
and
buddy.
it took 30 minutes. And the next day when he was hungover, I looked at him and I asked him, I was like, what did you drink? And he goes, you name it, I drank it.
Oh shit.
I named everything I possibly could. Keep in mind, I'm like maybe 15 at the time, so I didn't really know everything.
Right.
But I know for a fact I named tequila, vodka, beer, rum, scotch,
God.
whiskey.
Damn.
I think that's everything I named. I don't remember what else I named, but I named a bunch of stuff, and he was like, every time I named something, he was like, yep.
God
Yep.
damn.
Yep. I was like, wow. I named wine, and he said yes. I was like, what? It was a high school party. Wine? But anyways.
That's a true point.
He apparently took a shot with like almost everybody that was there.
God.
So he was wasted. And the next day, my parents, first of all, that night, they took him to like a beach and like just walked out on the sand as a punishment.
Okay.
And then took him home. He fell asleep. The next day, my dad had a surf contest that he was going to go watch. And my mom said, take your son. And my dad was like, no, he's hungover, let him rest. My mom was like, no, take your son. He's going with you.
Oh boy.
And so they went. It was a 2-hour drive over. This was in Nicaragua, so it was over dirt roads.
Oh.
In a 25-year-old truck. Like it was a Land Cruiser, a Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yep.
And my poor brother, they had to stop like 5 times for my brother to like puke or whatever.
Sure.
And then they made it there, and then he was just not feeling good. And like to this day, he'll tell me that was the best punishment that mom could have come up with.
Yeah.
Because imagine you're that hungover, and your parents force you to go to like a surf thing or whatever.
God, that is. Yeah, no, that's.
And he's never that I know of. He's never gotten that drunk again.
Yeah, well, that is a lesson learned.
Yeah.
Because God, oh God.
That's just hell. That's just
that is a specific kind of hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
And even me, like I saw that, like I already have like a thing where it's like I don't really want to get drunk. I just want to, I want to get tipsy enough to have fun.
Right.
Because there is obviously the existence of phones and people can record, and I'm like I don't want to, do something embarrassing and then it's out there.
Right.
I'm like I apply for a job and they're like, are you the person that rubbed their bare ass on the sidewalk? I'm like, damn it, not again. And so I was like, I have already a thing where it's like I don't want to get too drunk.
Oh God.
And it's the same going back to it. I don't want to get too high either.
Right.
Like I said, that one time that happened, I didn't mean that to happen.
Right. It
obviously.
just happened.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I always just it's like just enough to have fun. I have never gotten as drunk as my brother did. Like I said, the drunkest I've ever gotten was during that karaoke party.
Right.
And even then, I was still I remember it. I still know what happened. It's just for some reason the alcohol hit later in the morning, and it was like I was really hungover.
Right.
I was hungover for like an entire day too. Like it did not feel good.
God damn. Yeah, no, I don't blame you on that. That sounds like it would be rough as shit.
Yeah.
God, I'm at the where did you pull the rubbing your ass on the sidewalk from?
I don't know.
That felt so specific. I was like,
it's like I don't know anybody who's ever done that. I don't know anybody who's ever done that. I don't know where I got that.
It was just a really specific pull, and I was like, is that something that's happened before?
Like, no one has. Yeah, I don't know anybody who's done that. I don't know where I got that from.
I
guess I was thinking of like a dog scratching its butt.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like on a carpet.
They do that.
But I don't know where I got that thought, so I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Do we want to leave the first recording off here and then
sure,
start up a fresh one?
Yeah. So you know what? Hi guys. Welcome to the outro. In today's outro, we're going to talk about how we have a YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, you should go check out our YouTube. And if you're listening on YouTube, you should go check out our Spotify. And we have a Discord. All of that is linked in the description. Also, don't forget to like the stream because we appreciate that. Merch coming soon. No, I'm kidding. We don't have merch.
You said the stream.
I said like the stream. Oh shoot! I mean like the podcast. Like the podcast. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And that all being said, I will now say goodbye. Bye.
Woo.
Oh my god.
What?
Woo. The ASMR outro.